Hey guys, what's going on? I'm out here today. It's a beautiful day, lots of sun, so I decided to change my background a little bit. I got some Canadian geese behind me, or ducks. No, they're geese. I'm pretty sure they're geese. And Kingmaker is what I'm reviewing today. This is actually a supplement that caught my eye. I saw the formula. There's nothing, like I swear to you, there's nothing like this formula. I've never seen anything like it. But keep in mind, this is two categories in one. If this was just a testosterone booster at that price, it would be kind of high. But then again, it has some ingredients that doesn't really have proven or that much scientific evidence that proves it works, other than people saying it really works. So in this video, like usual, I'm going down into the ingredients, telling you what each one does. Then, of course, we'll get into my experience. So this is an interesting thing because it has 24 servings. 24 servings. That's probably the only testosterone booster with 24 servings that I've seen that are considered to be good. And 24 servings, that's very minimal. Sometimes some people say that you can take the first two ingredients, turkesterone and ecdysterone, for 8 weeks and you'll see benefits, right? So it does take an interesting route. And just because it has all these ingredients doesn't make it the best. It all comes down to how it actually gives the results, what the results are like. Because if it's just a libido boost, then of course you wouldn't want to be wasting your time with that kind of supplement, because all it's going to do is just make you feel good at night. So Kingmaker, the first ingredient, vitamin D3. We need sunshine for that muscle growth, and testosterone of 20 micromilligrams. That's 100% of your daily value. There's some supplements that go way more, but this is just a foundation, just to make sure, because you should be taking a multivitamin anyway, in my opinion. So magnesium, glycinate, that's a really good form for magnesium. Zinc citrate, really good form as well. Now, not the best for zinc, but it's one of the best. Like, it works really well, really highly bioavailable. So there is something confusing. In this version that I have, it has rip factor. The new version that's out right now, it replaces that with Vinitrox. Vinitrox is basically for nitric oxide boosting, and rip factor is known for muscle growth and recovery. So you're recovering much quicker on theory, like on paper, and you should be able to get to the gym quicker and better and recovered and refreshed and everything. And there's 650 milligrams of that. That's a really good dose. That's a daily dose right there. On paper, of course, how it actually results in real life results is what we're after, right? The second ingredient is turkesterone. They're giving like a confusing name just to throw you off a little bit, but it's 10% turkesterone. So at least we know, we're getting 35 milligrams of turkesterone, which is normal, which is fine. Turkesterone at that dose, that's what the standard is for dosing, so it's fair. And then the next ingredient, Ecdysterone, another confusing name, but that is Ecdysterone, 350 milligrams. That's good as well because it gives you the 90% standardization. Beetroot, amazing for blood flow and vasodilation. It contains just enough of that. It's not like a full dose. Like, there's some pre-workouts that go over 500 milligrams. There's 350 in here. Then we have Fadogia. This one is trending. Fadogia is catching, I think because of that one doctor, that neuro doctor has mentioned it, and the trends on Google are just popping off. They're going to the top for Fadogia. But of course, I believe in multi-ingredient testosterone boosters. There's no such thing as one best ingredient. One ingredient could do really well at estrogen, like reducing it. The other ingredient could be more known to increase testosterone levels. So it's really important, I think, to have like a multiple ingredient type of testosterone, so you're getting your money's worth, because these days you can get a really good one for a cheaper price than this. But anyway, the next ingredient is, I'm going a little bit off track, ashwagandha. This is standardized to KSM 66, 300 milligrams. That's like the minimum daily clinical dose. Black Maca, 200 milligrams. It's really interesting ingredient as well. I actually don't know much about it, but it's good for testosterone levels. That's what I know about it. Horse chestnut, this one has been used for thousands of years in European medicine, so that's an interesting one. I've never seen it in a testosterone muscle building supplement. There is 100 milligrams of LJ100. That's long jack, and of course that's coming from Oh my god, Tonkat. That's coming from Tonkat, and so it's a good dose. That's actually like a southeastern Asian type of medicine that's been used for thousands of years as well. So there is in fact ingredients in here that are considered to be ancient. And in those times, they believed that these types of these ingredients, some of them, not all of them, of course, are known in ancient history. For example, Ecdysterone and Turkesterone. That's like a new thing for us. It's not even 100 years old yet. But the other ingredients, they've been used in different parts of the world in traditional medicine. So some areas of the world would believe, because every climate has different plants as well. So it's not like these ingredients can be found in any country. So in those times, they believed it worked. And what do you know? There's modern science that does prove every ingredient here that it does in fact worked. It does work, but of course, they could be taking men who are just not getting enough sunshine or something. But these are ancient ingredients, so I am trying to keep a middle ground between facts and beliefs. Of course, it's interesting to know that it has been used in ancient history, because in those times, science wasn't modern. They didn't. It was hard for them to gauge what each ingredient would do. But today we have science to prove that it actually does what they thought it would do. Interesting, right? So boron, the last ingredient of this label, it's stacked. I'm telling you, it's completely stacked. Boron, 10 milligrams. That's good for bone health. That's super good for bone health. It's super key. So it's not just, a supplement that's meant to increase muscle and testosterone levels, but it does in fact give you a foundation, with the vitamins and boron to help you strengthen your bones and to optimize your testosterone. Because in fact, like if you don't get sunshine, your testosterone levels will plummet. And that's a problem these days, especially in North America, where it's the average family sitting at home, not going outside, not doing outdoor activities. But of course, there are tons. It just seems to be. I think there was a study showing actually more men these days have lower testosterone levels. We have these things in our pockets called phones. It's so easy, to neglect normal everyday type of activities that we've been doing past beyond this type of era of phones and technology. But Kingmaker, the experience is super interesting, but it's super hard. Keep in mind, it's super hard to gauge testosterone without blood work being done. So I could tell you that it made me feel confident, that it made me stronger, that I felt fuller, but that could be a placebo effect. That could be something that I believe to be true, but maybe I changed something in my diet. Maybe I'm able to do things that makes me feel uncomfortable, so it gives me confidence. So there's a thing with testosterone, you could see some symptoms like testosterone is known to increase confidence, but it's not always the big picture. Confidence can come and go. Testosterone levels as well can go up and go down. That's normal, but having a normal testosterone level for most of the time, I think, would be key, right? And I do believe a lot more people are having testosterone levels plummet just because of the daily activities that we're stuck to. We're stuck in our cars, and we don't get enough sleep. We drink too much caffeine. We don't take the vitamins, the basic ones. We don't get sunshine. A lot of things can play a role in testosterone levels. And for me, in the past 10 years, I've been getting proper sunshine and all that. But of course, there are other symptoms that I could look out for in Kingmaker. And there has been a couple. So the first thing is stress reduction. That's no brainer. The ashwagandha is way overpowered for that. They should nerf it. It is really strong, the stress killing. Like, it's good to have a normal amount of stress, but not to a point where it's zero. And then it has the effect of a long-term thing called emotional bluntness, something like this, where it reduces emotions. So it's good for a month, maybe 2 months, but after that, you would want to cycle. And a lot of things do have ashwagandha, so it's kind of hard as well. But the experience, it helped a lot with energy and endurance. And I noticed, I would work out and I would be able to get back to the gym feeling better. But that could be a placebo effect. So I have in fact felt fuller. Like, there's no doubt I have felt fuller, but I also have been getting more activity. So it could be I'm losing fat and just having a normal. I don't want to say it's normal, but back when I was young, it was easier to get those activities done because that's what everyone did. But when you get older, you tend to do less of that. So I think doing that helped me a lot. just getting leaner, so I have to look fuller. But everything else is just perfect. Like I do feel confident, but that could be like a number of things. It can't just be testosterone, but just having long, sustainable energy throughout the day. With this, it was totally possible. There were some days where I didn't take caffeine and I just did things like an active person would. But normally when I don't take caffeine, I go through withdrawals. I don't do anything. I don't go outside. The withdrawals can be bad. But with this helped a lot. I did take some time off pre-workouts, so I think this helped a lot in that sense. Libido, of course, like no question about it, went through the rooftop. Like no problem there. Confidence was there. Energy was there. But it's really hard to tell you that this is the thing to get because it has turkesterone and ecdysterone, and it's $129. $129 for this. There's supplements that's half the price for testosterone, but of course it won't have those ingredients, ecdysterone and turkesterone. So it's also not proven by science. I could say my strength did go up, but again, maybe I'm just feeling more confident, so it's making me push harder in the gym. And taking this, of course, like you see these ads for Kingmaker, it just makes you think like if you get this, you're gonna get rid of your problems, which is not true. You still have to exercise, no matter what. But I would definitely recommend you trying it only if you have the budget. I wouldn't go out of my way to get this, just because of turkesterone and ecdysterone doesn't have those scientific evidence-based studies that prove it works. It has like 1 or 2 studies, and they're questionable at best. And a lot of people say it doesn't work for them. A lot of people say it works for them. So it could be, placebo, or it's really hard to tell without studies. Let's just say that 100%. But if you have the budget and you're like, I'm going to spend as much as possible to get the best thing without the guaranteed results, then yeah, get this. But if you want testosterone boosting with all the other ingredients without the turkesterone and ecdysterone, that's also a very good idea. There's some really good testosterone boosters. Right off the top of my head, I can think of 2 good ones: Enhance and oh my god, what's the other one? So the one from Transparent Labs, Vitality. That's like a really basic patented blend of ingredients. Enhanced by Huge Supplements and Macho by AAC Supplements, Extremist Cartel. Top of the line testosterone boosters at half the price. So I definitely felt a lot, like I just felt good while taking this. But again, ingredients like ashwagandha can do that, and there's a lot of placebo effects that you could consider. The price range is kind of high, but bottom line, if you have the money, get it. I would say get it, but otherwise there's a lot of options at half the price that has a lot of ingredients without the first 2, turkesterone and ecdysterone.